At this point, we are going to configure NBGrader to use our shared folder from TUI Ilmenau Nextcloud. So first, I will create a new folder here, and I'll call this folder Summer Semester 2022 Seminars. And inside this folder, I will make a new folder that will be our TUI Ilmenau Exchange. So we will sync this with the folder that we are going to use from the cloud of TUI Ilmenau to exchange files, so you can fetch assignments and submit assignments there. Now I will create a folder for the video coding seminars. So if you're taking more seminars, you can, for example, create a folder for multi-rate signal processing seminars. So this folder is the exchange folder, so NBGrader will copy things from there and create files there. And these are the working folders. So inside here, you will answer the assignments that will be fetched from the exchange folder using NBGrader. So now I am going to the Nextcloud. Then I'm going to settings, and here I will add a folder sync connection. So if you have registered for the seminar, then you fill the form, then I will receive your name with your email, your matricle number, then I will include your data in our system and I will share a folder with you. So we will add a folder. So this is your local folder to sync, and we will choose the home Jimi Hendrix seminars, summer semester 2022 seminars, TUI Exchange. So this is our local folder. Then you go next, and now if you have some shared folders here, you will find, so this should be shared with you. So inside we have exchange, and then we have these three folders for different seminars. So you must choose the exchange, not the specific one now, just the exchange. Then you click on next, and here you are going to choose which seminars you want to synchronize. So if you're taking just video coding, you would select just video coding. If you're taking just multi-rate signal processing, you choose just multi-rate signal processing. If you're taking both, you can select both. And then you add a sync connection. Now if we see inside the TUI Exchange, we see these two folders. One is for video coding, one is for multi-rate signal processing. So this is our exchange folder. NBGrader will use this folder. We will not work with this folder, we will work with our working folder, so the video coding seminars, and we need now to configure this one to use with NBGrader. So what we do is, for video coding, we go to the exchange. Here we see this NBGrader config file. So you will copy this, then you go to your working folder, and then you paste it here. And here you need to set up some things. So this is the course ID, is video coded, so don't change this. Here you must put your matricle number. So this is your student ID. So in our case it will be Jimmy 69 for our student. And here is your exchange folder. So in our case it is home Jimi Hendrix. Then it's summer semester 2022 seminars, and then is the TUI Exchange. So we have this TUI Exchange home Jimi Hendrix SS 2022 seminars, and this is what we need to enter here as the exchange. So you can go and save. Now we must start Jupyter Notebook inside our working folder. So it will be the video coding seminar. So if you're working on the seminar assignment for video coding, you need to start the Jupyter Notebook inside this folder. If you are working on the multi-rate signal processing, you need to start the Jupyter Notebook inside this working folder. So it really depends where you start your Jupyter Notebook, because Jupyter Notebook needs to see this configuration file. So what I will do is I will open in Terminal. I am now inside the video coding seminars folder, where there is this NBGrader config file, but I am on the base environment. I am using Conda, so I will activate my video coding seminars environment, and we learned how to create a Conda environment earlier. You can also use a different environment, not Conda, but using Python VM, for example, but I'm using Conda, so I'll activate. So in this environment now, I will install all the packages that I need for video coding seminars. Not necessarily they will be the same packages that you need for other seminars, and have in mind that Python is a great language, but the dependencies and the packages versioning can be really tricky. So it's very useful to have a virtual environment, because if you make a mess, you can just delete everything and create a new environment. Otherwise, if you make a mess in your main system, it's very, very difficult to fix it. So now I will start my Jupyter Notebook inside this working folder. Okay, so it's starting, and open the browser. Now I have here our Jupyter. When I go to assignments, I see that there's a course called video coding, and there are 2 released assignments. So this is just an example. Probably when you enter here for the first time, it will be just the seminar 0, or can be seminar 0 and 1. It really depends. And then what you can do is to fetch this assignment. This assignment, they are released by me using this Exchange folder. So NBGrader looks into this Exchange folder, and if it finds that there is an assignment, it will show up here. Then if you fetch, so now our video coding working folder, it's empty. But if I fetch seminar 0, so now it downloaded the assignment seminar 0, and now we have here in the video coding seminars working folder, we have the seminar 0. So now you can enter this seminar 0. So this would be the seminar 0. So this Jupyter Notebook is not trusted. So sometimes when it's not trusted, it will not display all the content. So you can trust, and then it would display everything. For example, websites or videos or things like that. So this is the seminar 0. I will talk about seminar 0 later, but just so you can work here on your solutions and you write your code, and then when it's done you can save. And then if you go back here, you can validate. So validate will run some tests in your notebook. So after you finished your solution, you can validate. You can also validate from inside here. And have in mind that if all the tests, the validation tests, they pass, it doesn't mean that your solution is correct. It just means that some preliminary tests have passed. There are also some hidden tests that will actually check your answers, and this is not visible to students. So just have in mind that if you validate here, in our case here, there is a problem. Python version is not defined. That is because if we run this seminar, there will be a problem. I will explain you later when I will talk about the seminar 0. But for now, suppose, okay, I didn't do everything, but I want to submit it anyway. So you can submit. So now what NBGrading is doing is taking this that you worked on, and you saved, and you have your solutions, and it's copying to the Exchange folder. Then I will receive your submission, then I will grade your assignment, and after I grade your assignment, I can generate some feedback. When the feedback is ready, you have fetch feedback, and then you get a feedback from the results of your seminar assignment. And usually when the feedback is ready, it will be a notification here somewhere saying that feedback is ready for fetching. So I went there, got the submission, and I graded this assignment. So now here in the assignments, you'll see that feedback is available to fetch. So you can fetch a feedback. So the feedback is now in your folder, and you can view the feedback. So when clicking here, we can see the feedback, and we have some printing values here, and it's printing congratulations, all packages are installed. So in our case here, we have some hidden tests here that would try something. So this is what it actually checks your answers, and then you would get your score and some information why your test passed or failed. So when it passes, sometimes there's an indication, we'll print congratulations, or there will be an assert and you tell, oh, there was an error somewhere. So this is how we get our feedback. So in this tutorial, we just configured NBGrader to use with our Exchange folder from the TUI Ilmenau cloud.